Welcome back. So next up, we have a tech issue that I am not yet aware of. It's something that our viewer wanted to keep on the down low, but our tech host, Romaine, is going to fill us in. Hey, Romaine, how's it going?
I'm good, Catherine. How are you?
I'm good, but, I'm so kept in the dark here. Fill me in on what's going on.
Yes. Well, basically what happened is I received an email from a viewer who wanted to keep things a little bit on the down low, as they say, or remain anonymous.
Okay.
But after reading his email, I felt like this is something that we all go through, and it's not an isolated issue. So
you wanted to share it for the greater good of mankind.
Definitely. So to the
right.
viewer out there, I hope that you don't mind. I'm going to be reading this, but again, it's just for the benefit of all of us.
All of us.
So here's his email. For the past couple of months, I've been having trouble making it last. I've tried everything and nothing seems to work. It's getting to the point where my girlfriend gets mad because I'm never available when she needs me. But she doesn't seem to understand that when she's not around, I have nothing else better to do than to use it to keep myself occupied. I've even asked some of my friends and they seem to be having the same issue. I have even considered not using it anymore. Please let me know what I can do to make my cell phone battery last longer.
Oh, cell phone battery. Okay.
What did you?
No, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
we're on
it's
the same page.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
Cool.
So as you can see, like this is something that poses a problem to everybody. I mean,
Right.
I have trouble making it last myself.
We all do.
You know? So what I've done is actually come up with a few tips on how you can make your cell phone battery actually last longer.
Perfect. Let's get into
All right.
it. Cool.
But before I get into that, like, do you ever notice when you first get a cell phone?
Yes.
The battery seems to last for like weeks on end without charging it, right?
So much better than your old
Yeah,
phone,
it's like,
right?
wow, this is great, man. I made the right choice and everything like that.
Yeah. Of course.
But after a while, it's like,
Same old.
it takes like 3 or 4 charges
Yeah.
just to make a phone call.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So as time goes on, batteries do tend to die off and
Right.
lose their lifespan,
Right.
which is natural. But there are a few things we can do in order to help us make it
Extend
last
it.
longer.
Perfect.
Give it some longevity, as they say.
Great.
Okay. But the first thing I'm going to do before I get into the actual tips
Okay.
is actually explain to you what happens to a battery if you don't charge it properly.
Okay.
Okay, so in order to charge a battery properly, this is something I suggest you do maybe once or twice a month at least, okay? And this is totally killing your battery. And I know
I don't
it's
like the
hard,
sound of that.
okay?
That
'cause
means
you-
I have to turn off
exactly,
my phone and
okay?
I can't use it
No
at all.
Facebook, no Twitter.
No BBM.
Exactly, okay?
Aw.
But once or twice, it won't hurt you, okay? You can actually
Alright.
sleep in if you want to. Do it on a weekend.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
Sounds
So
good.
what you do is totally let the battery die until the phone turns off.
Okay.
All right, and keep it off and then put it to charge.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you don't do this, I'm going to show you what happens. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I brought a few things here.
A few little props
Yes.
here.
We're not going to do arts and crafts. This is just to demonstrate the battery.
Just
Okay.
raw business at Tech ER.
Yes. All right. So, for example, let me move this out of the way there so
Okay.
you can see. So let's say, for example, this is your battery, brand new. Okay.
Okay.
The water represents the life in the
Battery
battery.
life,
Okay.
okay.
Now, this is at 100%.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if after a while we don't charge the battery from the just being
bottom.
the bottom done, okay?
Right.
What's going to happen is the battery is going to eventually become, a portion of the battery will become unusable.
It's going to become
Okay?
Jell-O, everyone.
Yeah. All right. So this is represented by Jell-O. Yes.
Okay.
Now you can't eat it because
It's battery.
it's battery.
so
But
that'd be
anyways,
kinda gross.
all right. So this is actually what happens. Now there are batteries that have fixed this problem.
Okay.
The scientists out there. Kudos to you guys for fixing this issue for us.
You're on it.
But eventually, over time, the lifespan of the battery just die. So
Okay.
what happens now is you won't be able to use that 10% or 20% of the battery.
Okay.
And then actually you're just filling up like 80%.
So this would be what would happen if I didn't let my battery
Yes.
die all the way and just charge it from,
Exactly.
another
So
point.
eventually you're actually only using 80% of what the battery is actually capable of holding.
Seriously, that's crazy.
Okay.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah. So there we have it. So make sure you try and do that maybe once or twice a month.
Okay.
And that'll give your battery a lot longer life.
Optimum performance.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Right.
you don't want the Jell-O in the
Right.
battery.
Okay. No Jell-O.
All right.
Jell-O's bad in this
So,
case.
Needless to say, batteries do only last maybe 3 or 4 days anyway.
Right.
But again, what we can do, especially these days, everybody has a smartphone.
Yes.
I mean, I have a BlackBerry.
I have
believe
one.
you have one as well.
Everyone who's anyone has one.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's nothing we could do about that.
No,
They
yeah.
do take up a lot of battery.
More
all right?
energy,
So
right.
what we could do is actually do things like turn off the Bluetooth.
Okay.
Okay, turning off the Bluetooth ensures that it's not sending out any extra radio signals
Right.
in addition to what it already does to make phone calls and
Okay.
whatnot. So what's actually better for that is actually maybe a cordless,
Okay.
or, sorry, corded headset.
Oh, it's got
So something
right
like
here?
this. I know it may not
Perfect.
look as cool as the Bluetooth,
Yeah, definitely
but
not as cool.
it
but-
certainly saves the battery life.
All right.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's something else you can do as well.
Okay.
And turning off the Bluetooth, as well as like the Wi-Fi, maybe the GPS,
Yep.
things like that, also drain the battery
The
as well.
extra features.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Now another thing you can do. Now, I know you love to do this.
Yeah. All
Which
right.
is these keytones. Okay, so when you press a button, it makes a funny noise or something like that.
All right. I like my noises on
Yes,
my phone.
I know, but you don't need it.
No,
you
it's
really
not.
don't. It's unnecessary. So turn it off.
Bells and whistles.
Exactly, and that'll
Okay.
that'll save you some battery life as well.
It's a good place
In
to
addition
start.
to that, one thing that actually does drain a lot of your battery, and a lot of people don't know out there,
Right.
is actually the vibrate setting.
No way. My phone's
Yes.
always on vibrate.
Yes, I know you're probably in class or in
Yeah.
a meeting. You
At
still want
work, I
on
have to-
work. You want to check
yeah.
your calls,
Oh.
but having it on vibrate takes a lot of your battery life out.
Really? I never would have guessed.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's one thing you want to do
That's a good
as well.
tip. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Now, there's a feature on a lot of the smartphones. I have it on my BlackBerry.
Okay.
It's actually the auto shut-off feature.
Yes, I have
Now,
heard
it's
of
it's
this.
actually really, really good. So
Yeah.
before you go to bed at night, you turn off your phone.
Yeah.
It says auto shut off and shut on actually.
Right.
So add that there to it.
Okay.
So you designate a time as to when your phone will be turned off
Okay.
and when it'll turn on automatically. All
Okay.
right. And right there, as you can imagine, if it's off, it's not being used at all,
Right, right.
So it'll turn on automatically. For me, I set it like 7:30. That's when I wake up in the morning,
Okay.
and it's ready to go. And sometimes I don't even have to charge it that day, just because I
Right.
save that extra couple of hours by turning it
Smart.
off overnight.
Ah, you're really
Alright.
thinking here.
I'm
All right.
trying. I'm
Okay.
trying.
All right. What else you got for me?
Also, what you could do. Now, I know it's a big thing out there. I know you people out there see those commercials, text 552-3 and get the new Kesha song for your ringtone, all right?
Those are huge.
Those
Everybody
are big.
likes
Everybody's
those.
seen those.
Yeah.
I've been a sucker to them a couple times
We all
before.
have. We all
But
have.
what I've come to realize is that they drain your battery. The MP3 ringtones,
Really?
you don't want to do that at all.
Oh my
All right?
gosh.
You
All
want
right.
to keep it simple, maybe a Mario ringtone, something like that.
Stick to the tones that came with your phone,
Yeah.
maybe.
Or maybe,
right?
Saved by the Bells. Keep that
Oh,
simple.
that's a good one,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I have that on my phone. Don't
I
tell
like
anyone.
that.
love the show.
I heard that last time. I
love the
remember.
show,
Yeah,
all right?
it's a classic.
So those are some of the things that you can actually do to help your battery last longer, and it'll
Okay.
actually be there for you when you need it.
When you need it.
Yeah.
Because it always dies that time when you
Exactly.
really need your phone,
Exactly.
right?
So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to show you something real quick
Okay.
before we get out of here. So let's say this is your cell phone battery here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is the new Clearberry.
Very nice.
Okay, it's
yeah.
coming out. Stores near you. All right, look out for
Great.
it. So essentially, what happens is, I'm gonna bring my little bucket over here so I don't make
Okay.
a mess.
Okay.
All right. And essentially, what happens is, this is your battery.
Okay.
So let's say we do regular phone usage. I'm gonna cut a small hole here,
All right.
just to show you. So the water drains at a normal pace.
Average level. Yeah.
All right. Now, on the other hand, if we were to use all those features that I mentioned,
Yeah, the ringtones.
the ringtones
dial
and
tones,
everything. Let me turn
everything.
this way. All right. And cut a bigger hole
Right.
to represent all the other applications. Look how fast the
Oh
water
my
comes.
gosh.
So look at that.
That's
It's
a huge
done
difference.
in no time.
There you go, ladies
All right.
and
And
gentlemen.
speaking of done, I think
We're done too.
right.
All right. So when we come back, we are going to talk about LCD and plasma. What's the difference? We'll find out after the break.